All right, cheers and welcome everyone to Happy Hour with the Lincoln, episode number 35, where I will do my best to answer your questions and help you become a better, more profitable trader, no matter how big or how small. We're going to do our best here. Now, we got a killer show for you guys today. I know I say that all the time, just trying to be positive, but I'm going to rock the mic. I am going to rock this mic today like it ain't never been rocked before, so make sure you stick around. And how about before I get started, just another cheers. Just another cheers to all you guys. Whether you lost money this week and you're pissed, or you made some good money and you're happy, all that matters is we're all out there just doing what we love to do, trying to get our piece of the pie, clicking that mouse, taking it one day at a time, and no matter where you are, you survived yet another week of trading. So to all my survivors and thrivers out there, how about another cheers to you? Again, if you need help, guys want to trade live with us, support it at thelincolnlist.com. So why should I wait? I got some great questions today. So we're going to jump right here into the first one. I think you're going to like this one. The first question is, my question to you is, if you're making so much money trading, why do you need to sell subscriptions? Doesn't make sense, bro. Well, I'm glad to be your bro. Now, this is a question I've never really cared to answer because honestly, I don't really care what people think about me and what I do. You know, I know who I am. I know what my capabilities are. I know who I have to take care of and what I'm in life for and what I'm in trading for. So I've never really cared to answer it. However, this seems to be a really popular topic, especially since we started doing these happy hours. This floods the inbox more often. So the people have spoken, I shall answer. So let's just think about it. I know that social media has put this tag that every single person who's out there running a service is automatically a shit trader. But when you say something like this, what you're really saying here, think about what you're saying. You're saying that anyone who is a successful trader has absolutely no right whatsoever to go out and share their secrets, their knowledge, their information, their stories, their strategies with anyone. And if they do, God forbid, they ask you for any money. Does that make any sense at all? I mean, that's like saying that Warren Buffett is not allowed to be paid for any of these speeches that he goes around and does for university. Why should he be paid? He's already $1 billion trader as it is. He doesn't need any more money. It also indicates that you're saying that if you're a professional trader, that you don't need to have any other source of revenue. So if somebody comes to me and says, hey, Doug, do you want to invest in this real estate? I'm like, hell no, I don't want to invest in real estate because I'm already a trader. I'm a successful trader. I don't need any money from real estate. Hey, do you want to play this lottery? It's $300 million this week. I don't need $300 million because I am a successful trader. Look, man, this is America, and this is capitalism at its finest. And it doesn't matter what business that you're in. If you have a product, just think about this. If you have a product or a service that can make someone's life better, save them money, in even a great case, pass on wealth just to them, feed their families, and maybe pass on wealth to generations and pass on knowledge to generations. Why would you be so damn stingy to keep that to yourself? I mean, think about it. So from a lot of our point of views, if you have a talent and you know that you can help people and you can make their lives better and in turn, not only just help them, but you can make money, that's a win-win for everybody. Why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you do it? Now, I know, like I said in the beginning, social media has put this tag that they think that everybody out there who is selling a service is just automatically a crook. Now, am I saying that there are no crooks in our industry? Of course I'm not saying that. Come on now. There's crooks in every industry. There are crooked politicians. There are crooked police officers, crooked firemen, crooked pastors. Every single industry has a crooked person. In fact, if you have an office job, there's a crooked person in there right now. You know who I'm talking about. They're stealing your pens. They're stealing your paper, stuff off of your desk. They're eating your food out of the refrigerator. That person, you know, the one that steals all the coffee. There are crooked people in every industry. Now, some of us have different reasons as to why we done that. Now, I can only speak for myself because I don't know what other people, why they got into the service business. But for me, I've been very open about my story, the trials, the tribulations that I went through. And I felt that I had a story to tell, and I felt that I could help people not take the road that I did, you know, being stubborn, fighting trades, not having a plan. I felt that I could help people prevent losing large quantities of money. I might not be able to make everyone a millionaire or make everybody rich, but I could definitely show people how they could trade in most markets and over time consistently make money. And if I could be paid for doing that, why not? Why not, right? I mean, like I said, it's a win-win for everybody. Now, like I said, there are cons in our business, and the easiest way to spot a con is, come on. You guys know when someone's feeding you a line of bullshit, right? I mean, come on. You know it. The ones that are out there trying to make trading sound like it's easy, selling you on the sports cars, selling you on the hot models, selling you on the mansions, like they're living this fantastic fantasy life. You guys know that's crap. I've never once said that trading was easy, ever. You go back through any video, you will not find a single one where I said that trading was easy, because it's not. You have to put in the time, you have to put in the work. But those are the ones I think that are cons out there that are just trying to take you. Not everybody who sells a service is a terrible trader. In fact, most people that do offer services are truly trying to help you and truly trying to share their information with you. And why not get paid for it? I mean, hell, right? This is America. You got a right to go out and do anything you want as long as it's legal to make money. Why? Why would you not do it? That's my question. Why would you not? So, I hope I answered. Maybe got off on a little bit of the rant there, but hey, it's all good. They'll get easier. Let's move on to number 2. How about that? Okay, question number 2. Love the room, but man, you are so fast. Are you using market orders or limit orders? Okay, well, we're going to talk about that. I think what they're saying is speed is quickly getting in and out of a trade. When you're saying you're getting into something, you're in and then you're out. Well, I have been using I've been using hotkeys on the computer. I wouldn't attribute this to being fast. Usually in the morning, this is what I do. I always, when we're speaking about limit and market orders, always try to get a limit order. Now, it's not 100%. Sometimes I'm forced into taking a market order. But almost every single time, I try to go with a limit. Now, once the day gets going a little bit, I'll move over to the good old-fashioned mouse. But in the morning, when things are going quickly, I have some keys set up here where I can get in, limits and bids and on the bid, ask, or whatever it is. Now, one of the reasons I say not to use market orders if you can prevent it, because many stocks that you trade will trade with a wide spread. Now, not all of them, but there are a good handful out there that sometimes trade 30 to 50 cents. And if it's just a thin, light garbage stock, sometimes it'll be $1 spread. So basically, you're just giving up 30 to 40 cents to trade for the privilege of trading that stock. But where it really hurts you as the trader is, let's look at it this way. Let's say that you're trading a stock that has a 30-cent spread, and you buy it at $20.50. You decide that you're going to put your stop loss, if you put a stop loss market at $25, that if that thing continues to fade and keeps that spread, you'll get hit when that gets to $25, but the bid will probably be 30 cents. Now, I'm just using this as hypothetical math so everyone can follow along at home. It would definitely change. Maybe you get a great fill, maybe you don't. But the reason I do it is mainly for slippage, because you'll lose you'll see what I'm saying. You'll lose 30 or 40 cents just on the trade because you wanted out at 25, but you ended up getting filled at 24.70. I hope I didn't confuse everyone with the math. So when you do a market order, you're at the mercy of your broker. Now, most times that you do that, if it's a liquid stock, it's going to be okay. I don't want to scare anyone like you're just going to get murdered every time you do that. But there are situations where it's very important because you'll have a small gain on something and then you'll turn around and be a loss because you slipped. You slipped on the order. So I always try to use limit orders. As far as the keyboards go, I guess if you guys want to know, send me an email, support@lincolnlist.com. I'll tell you what I got going on here on the keyboard. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it makes you that much better of a trader. It's just something I'm used to. I've been doing for a while. I'm just lazy and I can just hit the button like that and I'm in or out of a trade. So I'm just used to it now. But if you guys want to know more information, you know how to get in touch with me. But always use limit orders if you can. And our last question for today. Hey man, I like this groovy talk we got going on today. Hey man, hope you're doing well. I've been so all over the place with my trades. I keep getting stopped out, then the trade will work. When I choose not to stop out, the trade goes against me forever. Then either I add, or finally take a loss. Seriously, it feels like a gremlin is in my computer. I don't mean to laugh at this person in particular, but I mean, I think we've all been there when we thought there's somebody in that computer. I mean, I used to think that all the time, like in 2001, 2, and 3. I'm like, I swear to God, there's somebody back there that's messing with me and I don't like it. So I can definitely relate to feel like the powers that be, or there's some sort of celestial force that is against you. But trust me, there's not. But I know where you're coming from. Now, unless I know this person personally, or I know what you're trading, I can't accurately answer this question 100%. But I can attribute it to two things. If you guys are going through the same thing, I can narrow it down to one of two things. One could just be the market itself. You know, sometimes it just does not give a damn about your strategy. Sometimes it's just choppy, it's hard to maneuver, and the strategy that you're using just isn't working. I mean, it goes through periods where it's just dynamite and wonderful, and then it'll come times where it's just kind of button heads. We've talked about that a little bit before. And this is kind of where you can figure out the con man, because some people will always say, oh, my strategy works in every market. Nobody's strategy works in every market. You may have an opportunity, but it will always be different based on how the market is. And you'll have to make slight changes and adjustments as a trader. So one, it could be the market. Just, you know, we're seeing a lot of volatility right now. We're getting a lot of choppy action, some wider ranges. So maybe that's causing you some confusion, or maybe the strategy that you're using just isn't gelling well with the market. The second piece could be what we've always talked about, which is the components of a trade is idea, execution, and management. So for those that are new listening for the first time, there are three components to a successful trade. Is the idea, then you execute the idea, then you must manage that idea well. So oftentimes when you get into a rut, what happens is you're messing up one of those. Your ideas are usually pretty good. You think them through, you've got a strategy. That's usually golden. It comes down to the execution part and the management part that a lot of traders struggle with. And to me, this is what's going to make you a pro or a Joe, is those two things. Because you have an idea, you have to execute it to perfection. And execution means not chasing your stocks, not being sucked in, you know, maybe taking something that's out of your strategy. And then, of course, management is the bigger component there, to where, you know, things change. You know, the breakout didn't work. You should get out, not ride it back down $4 and have to add. So when you have the second part of this, you could be in a situation where your analysis is off. And one of the problems and the tendencies that trader has is they start out and they'll get into a rut, and then it just gets worse. It gets worse because they think they're doing the same thing, but they're not. You know, I've been in this situation where you're like, your strategy isn't working, you're forcing the issue, you're taking trades, then you start to get aggressive because you want to make money, you haven't had enough wins, and then you start taking things that are out of your plan, you start chasing stocks, you start doubling down, and sometimes a lot of this is just subconsciously. You know, you're not quite aware exactly what you're doing. You're just in a rut and you're just trying to throw stuff on the wall and make it stick. So it's going to be one of those two things. It's either the market's messing with you and it's just a short-term thing that you're going to have to figure out and work your way through. We all have to do it. Just make some small adjustments, pull back your size, and just work your way through it. You'll get into a rhythm again quickly. Or it could just be a problem with your analysis. You're messing up somewhere and it's probably very small. It's just something easy to correct. But I promise you, there's not a gremlin. There might be a gremlin in this, but there's not a gremlin in your computer. I'm sorry, I gotta laugh. I used to say that all the time. There's somebody in there. So anyway, my friends, that's gonna do it. I thought we had a good one. We talked about gurus, why somebody would offer a service. You know, and I'm serious about that. You know, we're all in this thing different for different reasons. You know, I want to help people, sure, but am I going to sit here and tell you that I don't want to make money at it either? Of course. You know, why not? You know, I've been through a lot. If I can show you how to make money, I think that's only fair, right? We talked about orders, limits, markets. Always, guys, try to do limit orders if you can. I know there's certain circumstances where you can't. I have to do market. But most of the time, try to do the limits. It will save you in the long run. And I promise you, no matter what you're going through, there's no gremlins in your computer, I promise. So anyway, we're going to wrap it up there until next week. You guys got questions, it's support@thelincolnlist.com. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you soon.